everyone, and welcome to Journey with the Kellers. My name is Amanda Keller, and today we are back in the Keller kitchen. So today we are going to be making the next recipe from the Dolly Parton Dollywood cookbook. Today's recipe is going to be cornbread dressing, okay? So this actually needs 2 days ahead before you actually make them. On the first day, you're going to need enough cornbread to crumble up 8 cups of cornbread and enough white bread to crumble up 4 cups of white bread, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to take those breads, the cornbread and the white bread, and lay them out on a plate so that they can stale overnight, okay? Once they're stale enough that you can go ahead and crumble them up, then you can go ahead and crumble them up into the 8 cups and the 4 cups. I'm not sure how much cornbread. It probably took, if you did like an 8x8x2 pan of cornbread, it probably took the whole thing, maybe even a little bit more than that. For the white bread, if you buy like a large white bread loaf, like a regular size loaf of white bread, I think it took about half of that to make the 4 cups. So anyways, you're going to crumble up 8 cups of cornbread and 8 cups of white bread, put them in a bowl, and then you're going to add your seasonings. So you need 3.5 teaspoons of black pepper. Let's see. Okay, so we have 1. Oh, wow, that's a little bit more. Not going to need much of the half there. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3, and since I overflowed that a couple times, I'm gonna say the half is probably already there. Okay, so 3.5 teaspoons of that, of pepper. Then you're gonna need 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, sprinkle that all around. Then you're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Okay. All right, there's that. And then also 2 teaspoons of rubbed sage. If I can get this back on there. There we go. Okay. I haven't used this bottle yet. That's surprising. I thought I used it for something. Who knows? All right, so 1 teaspoon and 2 teaspoons of rubbed sage, okay? So you're just gonna toss this together. Make sure that it kind of gets coated onto everything. Plus you want your cornbread and your white bread to mix up as well. So we're just gonna toss it together. Oops, I'm making a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. If you see any big pieces that maybe look too big, you want to crumble those up a little bit more. Oops, that shouldn't be in there. Okay. Big chunk of crust. And it did not say to cut. I do have crust in here. That one was just a weird thing of it. It did not say to cut the crust off or anything off of the bread. So you can leave it on, or you know, if you don't like crust, you can cut it off probably. I don't think it'll hurt anything. Make sure we get all the way down to the bottom and everything gets some seasoning on it. Okay, so when you get done, you kind of got this nice little cornbread and bread mixture, and you can actually see like little spots of specks of pepper and stuff on there. So that is ready to go. Now this is going to sit again for overnight. I am actually doing this early in the morning so that it can sit throughout the day so I can make it for dinner, okay? So I pulled my bread and my cornbread out yesterday to make it go stale, and it stayed out a little bit of yesterday, part of yesterday, and then overnight last night. Crumbled it up this morning and now have added the seasoning, so I'm just gonna let it sit through the rest of the day. And then I will come back later on this afternoon and show you guys how to do the rest of this. Okay, so I'll be back in a little while, you guys. So our cornbread and bread with all the seasonings have been sitting all day and should be ready to go now to add the rest of our ingredients. So for this part, you are going to need 2 cups of chopped celery and then 2 eggs beaten, okay? And then 6 cups of chicken or turkey broth, which I am using chicken broth, okay? All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and put all of this in there. So your 6 cups of chopped celery, your 2 eggs that have been beaten, that out of the way. And then also your 6 cups of chicken or turkey broth, whichever one you're using. This will take a minute. Let me grab a spoon while we're waiting for that to drain out here. And this whole container here is 6 cups. So I know I should have poked a hole in the bottom of it to help it kind of go, but I didn't, so that's all right. Sometimes you just do things the slow way, and that's all right. Okay, there we go. All done. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and mix this together. Okay, once you get it mixed together, you're gonna go ahead and form it into little balls, and then you're going to cook it. So it doesn't give me a whole lot of information. You can either, it says you can do balls or patties. I'm gonna do balls. And it doesn't give you a size for the balls. It just says roll them into balls or patties. And then you're gonna bake them at 400 to 450 degrees until they're brown. So I'm gonna put them on a baking sheet with parchment paper on it. And then I will cook them at 400 degrees. And I will keep track to see about, try to see about how long it takes for them to get brown, okay? So, the only thing is this looks awful liquidy. I think that was too much chicken broth, you guys. I'll keep stirring it for a little bit and see if it kind of absorbs some more of it. And then I'll come back once these are done cooking and we'll see how they turned out. I might have to make patties. I don't know. So I'll be back. Okay, you guys. So I actually ended up changing the way that I cooked this because it was so runny that it was not going to form into balls or patties. So I went ahead and just put it in a big pan. I think this is bigger than a 9 by 13. I think it's an 11 by 15. And I just cooked it in that. I did cook it at 450 degrees. And it did take about 30 minutes for it to get this nice looking brown color, okay? And it does look pretty good. It's nice and firm, it seems like, so it seems more like a dressing. I wish I could have done the balls or the patties, but it just was too runny. So I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, or if maybe my bread may not have been dry enough so it didn't absorb as much liquid, or maybe you need to use a little bit less chicken broth. So it would kind of be a trial and error if you wanted to do the patties or the balls, okay? So let's give this a try and see how it tastes here. Let's see. It just came out of the oven, so it's nice and hot. It looks just like dressing on the inside. I always call it like a mushy bread. It's kind of what it reminds me of. Sorry, I don't want to burn my mouth. Okay. Okay. I actually kind of like that. Now, because we put that little bit of cayenne pepper in there, there is a little bit of a kick to it, especially after you swallow. Like when you first put it in your mouth, you're not going to feel it, but as you're swallowing it, you're going to get that little spicy kick, okay? But it's actually pretty good. I actually like this better than I do cornbread. I've said it before. I like honey flavored cornbread, like the sweet cornbread, but I don't like just regular plain old cornbread. So this is actually really good. Although I will say that the spice, the little kick, if you know somebody or if you're making this with somebody there who really doesn't like anything hot, this is probably going to be too hot for them. And I don't mean hot like in hot. I mean like, whoo, it's spicy hot, okay? So Just to let you know that. Okay, you guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Like and subscribe if you like, or don't if you don't. Everyone have a good day. Enjoy your cooking. Keep your kitchen messy, and we'll see you later. Bye.